Hey everyone, and welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Ruth Perkinson, and I am so completely and amazingly blessed today to have two Earth angels with me coming from New York City, the Big Apple. Yes, and say hi, Jason.
Yay!
So my great friends Jason and Job are here with me today and are what we're now calling the Magical Miracle Network. This is a network of light workers, light healers, and we are transmitting love across the world of time and space. Right, guys?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, yes. So I'm so grateful you decided to come on with me today and to speak our truth. And I think that's the main idea. We're going to really speak our truth about love and light and forgiveness and holiness so that we can make a contribution for everyone to wake up from what I call the terrible, awful dream of separation into the happy dream of unity and innocence and love. And what a great experience that's going to be for all of us, right, guys?
Oh, an incredible experience. Yes.
Great. So I'm just going to take a pause here. And Jason and Job, you have an incredible story. And we were talking a little bit before we hit the record button. And I was hoping you could just share a little bit about what your story is for all the viewers out there. And then maybe in a little bit, we'll read from A Course in Miracles, or I think Jason's favorite lesson from A Course in Miracles. So anything, I'm just going to kind of pass it over to you, Jason and Job, and let you guys take the wheel.
Right. Do you want to start?
No, you can start.
Okay. All right. Well, just so you know, and Ruth knows this very well, we are both survivors of a stroke. I had one where I lost my entire right side and my ability to speak and my ability to walk. And that happened to me 10 years ago.
In 9 years, I have a stroke. My body is good, but I have aphasia and perichia, speech disability, really. So,
and we found ourselves divinely united by a dear friend, Jill, and she brought us together in just like this, the Zoom, FaceTime, and we met almost 7 years ago. And from that moment, we were very good friends. We were in different places in our life, but we were getting to know each other, because survivors all have stories, and we just related to that immediately. So we were talking and we became friends and kind of enjoying each other's company. Then we had a little bit of off time because you went off and you had a divorce and I had a breakup and things like that. And then in January 28th, 2020, I got a call from Jason.
hey, and we have a lot. We videoed a lot, and we decided to be June a boyfriend, never touch, never hug, never kiss. But Joe was like great to go July. He went to Virginia, the hotel, and I love him.
And it's ironic, of course, everybody knows what happened in 2020. And so, but we had never communicated other than Zoom.
Yeah.
And that was going on 3 years. So I think, when we finally decided to, come together and meet, it was really, truly a spiritual and enlightening and formative experience, because it felt so right, and we had made commitment to each other even before being in each other's presence. And at the same time, that was my first initial meeting with A Course in Miracles. Now, I had been introduced to it in 94, I believe. And I had gotten the Marianne Williamson, tapes. Somebody gave them to me, yes. And I didn't actually know exactly what it was, but I was listening. And so it was very much a part of me, but I had no idea that there was like this huge community to draw upon. And actually, this time, with all our forms of communication, we have, triple 10 times, the ability to connect. So it really is kind of always been in my peripheral, but that weekend that we met was my first weekend in seeing a community, and really a community of love, and that just opened up my world, as far as I was concerned. And I know that you had an enlightening experience too with the Course in Miracles.
Yes, before I was 19 as I'm gay, and it's trying to up with my cassette, you get it. And I didn't believe God, really. So my friend Katie says, Ruth, I went to Ruth and we talk, and I believe God now, really. And I believe the book, because you have to forgive, and it's like, I love the book, really, because a miracle it could be small or big, but small is really good to have.
There are millions of miracles every day.
Yes. Yes, you guys are miracle workers right now, just sharing this beautiful story. I just love it that you're here with us today. And Jason, you've had quite the journey, and I know you've just want to talk a little bit more about anything you want to say right here, just about the LGBTQIA stuff we've all been going through. Is there anything you want to say there? I just kind of get a hit on that to ask you.
For me?
Yes.
Well, like my young with the church didn't believe God, really. Hell, K is hell, you get it. And I was born gay, really. I love man, and so but I said I'm gay, and I really don't care. My parents and my family, they're mad, but I don't really care. But the book says that God doesn't have sin, so you could kill or you lie, you're never going to be sin. So,
and for me, my journey, even in the last 3 years, has been pretty incredible, because it's there's so much turmoil now and so much ego around, the issues of trans and LGBTQIA, and it's really heartbreaking. But we've had that, and I've had that. I'm old enough to remember the AIDS crisis and everything that we went through. So it's always been these sort of blockades for all of us. But I really do believe that we're divinely angels, and that we are here to teach, and we are here to lead, and we're here to be a part of a larger community. And the last 3 years for me has been incredibly intense, because one, I became a therapist, which I didn't know, and this actually begins with that first meeting, that first Course in Miracles meeting, because I the enlightenment sort of fell into my soul, and I also became non-binary, because I had always kind of felt, at odds with things and the male and female forms. And to me, them together sort of made more sense to me, and living separately from them. So I really go by they, them, theirs. And I know that Jason actually goes by he, they.
Yeah.
And so I think, but I feel as if that is a part of our journey, and that is a part of our sharing, and part of our miracles to be sharing with everyone else.
Yeah.
Wow, so well said, you guys. I so appreciate you sharing these parts of your story, because it's so needed right now for us to get this message out. And that message is to teach only love, for that is what you are. Right out of Lessons of Love and A Course in Miracles, teach only love, for that is what you are. And love is never wrong. Love is never wrong, right? Love is never wrong. And so I'm so grateful that I've marched in some marches myself. I've been to Washington, D.C. I'm like, here we go again. And I've written a few books about it. Yeah, it's really been a hard journey in that regard, I feel. But I think that beings are waking up to the idea that love is never wrong in any way, shape, or form, right?
Yeah, and I feel like the LGBTQI2S plus every part of us,
Yeah, the whole alphabet, right? The whole alphabet.
right, every part of us, I think we are a true lesson in love, because no matter what obstacles we have, we still come forward with the love, with the color, with the, embracing of everything, and sharing our trials and our revelations. And I just think it's wonderful that I think specifically that is part of our journey and part of our calling.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you guys are so beautiful. And you got married last year,
Yeah.
right? Yes.
January,
Tell everybody a little bit about your marriage.
So I'm kind of like the older gay, and I just like never thought about marriage, but Jason was like, no, we should get married. So we got married on January 28th, which was the day signified by our meeting, but also was your
my grandma and my uncle.
Yeah.
Hey Jason, can you say that one more time? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear it.
Granddad and my uncle was like birthday.
Yeah. And then my sister's wedding was on March 28th. My mother passed away on July 28th. And my stroke anniversary is December 28th. So with that, we want to keep in the sort of alignment of miracle numbers and
miracle numbers. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
well, 28 is a beautiful number. Yes, it's a beautiful number.
Yeah. And so, we actually, Jason has really confirmed and really brought me into this teaching of lessons because he was so dedicated when he got that divine inspiration. He just was reading every day and going through the course, and then he got me involved, and it was like connection. And I really have to owe it to him to really setting the bar so high for me and really opening me up, because you can get drawn in by the ego, and so you have to recognize the love that is really instinctively out there,
right. Exactly. Oh wow, that's well said, Job. So I'm just going to just shift the gears a tiny bit here, if it's okay with you guys. Jason, I know that you've got a favorite lesson out of A Course in Miracles, and I was hoping that you, Jason, could read that. And also I was hoping we could do a prayer together at the end of this. I'm kind of getting divinely guided to do a prayer for people with disabilities across the world. I deal with my visual challenge. I've been dealing with this for a long time, and I'm on Social Security disability. And I've been on that for a few years because of my eyesight. And I really want to give a shout out to all those beings out there, whether they're in a wheelchair, dealing with a stroke, dealing with visual, all kinds of handicaps out there. There's hope here, right? So just wanted to mention that. So Jason, do you want to just send it over to you and you can read that lesson?
Well, I have a stroke, so
we'll do it together.
Yeah, a little bad, but
no.
It's 11
lesson
97.
95.
Sorry.
95. No.
So it's it's lesson 95, right?
95. Yeah.
So we are
one self with me, united with our Creator in this self. I honor you because of what I am and what He is, who loves us both as one. Done it? Okay, all right.
So it's like
you did a great job, Jason. Thank you so much for that. And I am one self united with my Creator. Oh my gosh. Well, let's just go ahead. If it's okay, I'm just really getting an energetic hit here to send a message out to all beings who struggle with disabilities. You guys do, I do, that we need to shout out across the world of time and space that love is the healing, and it's healing in the mind. It's healing in the mind. The mind needs the healing. And that's a very important message that we're trying to get out to all beings, is that you have to heal your mind. And when you heal your mind, all kinds of beautiful things will happen. So I'm going to take off my glasses and I'm going to look right at both of you. And I'm just going to let you, if you don't mind, just pray for me a little bit for a moment.
You want us to do a prayer for you?
Absolutely. Or pray for all the, not, well, me too, but everybody out there with disabilities. I'm just going to take off my glasses. Go ahead.
We would like to thank you, God and Holy Spirit, for putting a light around us. Our disability is the gift, and it can seem to have many obstacles, but we are together, more one, more in tune with the Spirit, because of Course in Miracles and a magical miracle network. We thank you for understanding us and bringing us all together in this wonderful and accessible room. And we know that our light shines a light through this and through to all that listen, and then reactively to everyone in the world. We thank you, and we want to share everything that we are, because of the places that we've been and the lessons we've learned and the people we've come in contact with, and know and intrinsically we are blessed, and we are one God, one self.
Oh, that's beautiful. We are one self, united with our Creator. And that's beautiful. Thank you so much. And we're going to send this message out to all beings with disabilities. Doesn't matter what kind of a disability that it is, that we are all united in healing, because you guys are miracle workers. We're all miracle workers here together on this magical miracle network that we are now in process of creating as best we can. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. This has been beautiful. And I'll put my glasses back on. And any last words you want to bring forth before we end our transmission for today?
Well, I think, for people that, have hardship, or people who are struggling and who are drawn away from the light, I want them to know that, we've been there. We've lived in that. Jason was, in his world where he didn't find hope because he didn't feel accepted and loved. And I was in a place because, I was in a wheelchair and I felt alone and destroyed. And what brought me out of that was the reminder that there is love, and the love in the Course of Miracles, and the love of friends through the miracle community is truly enlightened and broadened us and made us open to what is truly out there. Yes. And so we want to, just tell everyone that there is the light, and you must, and not must, it's there for you.
It is there for you. Thank you so much. Jason, any last words that you want to share with people who will watch this?
You need to forgive to love you. So you have to live, you need to forgive you to love for you. So, yeah.
Oh, thank you, Jason. And, Jason, you have a beautiful singing voice too. I just wanted to mention that to our viewers, that you sing like an angel. And so maybe we'll have you guys back on for more of these episodes, these transmissions, so you can be so helpful to so many out there. Would that be okay?
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you guys again so much for being here today on the Magical Miracle Network. Thank you for praying for my eyes. Thank you for praying for all beings with disabilities. And thank you again. We are all one self, united with our Creator. God bless both of you. And I think everybody out there will be very patient with me as I try to find this stop button on the recording. So I'm just going to get a little close to the computer and find that. Love you guys. God bless you.
Love you.